the Jetstream atherectomy device, and it is one of the front cutting devices that has different sizes to treat the atheroma, to remove the atheroma from the peripheral arteries, starting from the SFA down to the trifurcation, anterior tibial or peroneal or posterior tibial. The device has a smaller console that needs a bag of saline, non-heparinized saline, room temperature, and then there is two pumps on the machine, one for infusion of saline and the other one for aspiration through the catheter hole. This is the disposable part of the device. It has a catheter and a control bolt connected to the tubings, the waste bag, and a baton to be inserted inside the two peristaltic pumps. The idea of the device, it depends on cutters, which is at the front. Two sets actually of cutters. One is the low blades, which is a smaller blade size to make initial hole into the vessel. And then you have another set of expandable blades. If you look at the image here, it may be clear on the brochure. You have, this is a smaller blade set, and afterwards there is expandable blades. So the idea is to start with the smaller blades to make the initial hole and then expand the hole. How can we expand the blades? By just pressing on a button on the bolt or on the device itself. So you have minimum tip and maximum tip controls. Our machine works as a front cutter, as I said before, so it is a front cutter. It has some unique features like active aspiration. So anything it cuts, it will be aspirated with this circulation of fluids, and then this will facilitate. First option is to reduce the procedure time because it's faster now, and then you are reducing the possibility of distal embolization by aspirating what you cut. So this is very important. The active aspiration is a unique feature, and also what we have as a unique feature is the differential cutting. By differential cutting, I mean the device has the ability to cut into hard tissue. This is a plaque, fibrous or calcified, but it will spare the elastic tissue by pushing it aside. And this we can demonstrate so easily with this magic tip here. This is a pencil. I will cut with the device through the pencil, and my finger is on the device. So if you see, you can have a cut here, but of course I don't have any injury to my finger because it pushes the elastic tissue away, and this is what we call differential cutting of the device. And of course you notice the circulation of fluid. This will cool down the system, no heat generation, and also with the aspiration guard making it a shorter procedure. Unlike some other devices, when you want to get out, you store it in one location and then you get it out and then continue. Being a front cutter will also make a symmetrical hole, unlike to have to cut in quadrants, because when you cut, you make a symmetrical hole, which is giving you a nice flow afterwards. Another safety feature in the device is what we call the guard for the wire, because this guard will keep the wire from spinning. Because when you have a 70,000 RPM rotating device, you expect some movement of the wire, and this guard will prevent spinning of the wire. It also has a loop which indicates that the wire is still moving within the catheter. So if I advanced my catheter over the wire like this, you expect the loop to become larger. When I'm withdrawing, the loop becomes smaller. So this is another safety feature, that I make sure that my catheter is moving freely over the wire. This handle is could be attached to the catheter, or could be also taken outside for
Allora lo chiamo io,
more convenience of the operator. You can control it. Activation button and RICS button. What is RICS button? Is a retraction mode button. When you are retracting the catheter, you have to press on the retraction mode, and if you see, there is slight rotation, 20,000 RPM, but still some infusion and aspiration. Why we need this? It's a sort of cleaning the vessel after you finish the procedure. So once I finish with the picking technique, going back and forth in a very slow rate, 0.5 millimeter per second, and then when I pulled back my catheter and finished, I had to activate the RICS mode to make more aspiration of any device.